Our next guest is a talented actress and musician you know from Mean Girls, Rise, and as the voice of Disney's Moana. She's currently starring on Broadway in Cabaret at the Kit Kat Club and in Moana 2, which is in theaters everywhere now. Let's take a look.
Sailing from the horizon, back to our home, our island, coming into our view beneath the morning sky. From new shores we've been exploring, returning to tell our story, connected with both the land and sea. Finally, we're back to who we're meant to be, who I'm meant to be, voyaging the sea.
Please welcome to the show, Ali Carvalho.
Oh, I'm so grateful to be here.
This is a huge deal for my family that you're here.
I appreciate that.
And you know what is the bummer? Then I'm going to show my kids the YouTube, and they're going to be so turned off that you don't look exactly like Moana.
I get that all
Do you get it all the time?
All the time. Children are incredibly smart. They look at me, they look at their parent who's like waiting with that phone trying to get the perfect picture, and they go, who is this?
Yeah.
And I get it.
Yeah. I love that just across this nation right now, there are so many pictures of you beaming with children you don't know who are like...
Yes. Entirely that. But sometimes, which I have to ask, what ages are your children again?
8, 6, and 3.
That's my entire demographic right there. But truly, when they're at that special age, I get to feel like Santa. When they say, oh, you're Moana, I am Moana, I am Santa, that's me.
Yeah, exactly. It's a weird case where there's not like 3 different Santas at different malls around town.
Right.
You're Moana.
That's me, baby.
That's really exciting. Now, they don't want photos. I'm friends with Kristen Bell. I know she records a lot of voice notes for kids.
Yes.
Do you have to get that asked a lot?
All the time. I get asked to make voice notes for 6-month-olds, and I go, this is for you.
Yeah.
This is for the parents. This is not for your child. But I find that it does work quite a bit. It also helps that, you know, my voice has matured. So in our Moana 2, thankfully, I was able to keep my voice here. But that's not the voice. I am Moana. No one knows that. But I am Moana of Motunui. You aboard my boat. Understood that? If I'm up here, people recognize it a lot more.
And you don't want to be walking around doing that voice. So I get that it's a little hard.
And then for Sally in Cabaret, my voice is now down here, and I'm speaking in a British accent, and it's very fun.
Oh, my God. It's very fun. It's very exciting.
It
Is it true, you were just talking about your voice has maybe matured, but I do still believe you're the youngest person to ever play Sally Bowles on Broadway.
I am.
That's a really cool accomplishment.
I am. Thank you. It's really fun. You know, I feel like I get to not only interject youth into her, but also my queerness and my joy for, you know, it being my first run on Broadway. Like, when she's excited, I'm just really, really excited. And I'm 24, so all that choreography, I don't know how people do this as they get older. I'm exhausted.
Now, because again, your Broadway debut, so how are you managing your time and your sort of physical health? Yeah. Just not doing it, are you?
No.
Are you like sleeping in?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Gotcha.
sleep till noon.
That's not bad.
That's great.
That's a good one.
I don't know if that's managing my health. It's just being a teenager again.
Right. That'd be a weird thing where the director's like, I saw Moana, you were doing tons of stuff. You're like, that's a drawing, dude.
I'm so sorry. But I would love to get into action. I am peppered with bruises as part of the reason I wore a floor-length dress today.
Wow.
But I figured that's...
Broadway bruises?
Broadway bruises. But I just saw Sebastian Stan on here and I go, that must be why our favorite superheroes wear pants.
Yes.
They're peppered with bruises.
Yeah, 100%.
Right?
Yep, exactly. And then you're not that psyched. If, like, Captain America showed up to save you and was wearing shorts and was, like, covered with bruises, you'd be like, I think this is gonna go badly.
Yeah.
Put some pants on, dude. So is it it's 8 shows a week?
Yes, I'm in 7. Shout out to my swings. Thank you so much for taking care of me.
Shout out to all the swings in the world. They're helping out. When was what was your first experience with the Broadway show Cabaret?
Ooh, you know, my good friend Mason Alexander Park actually sat me down and I watched clips, illegal clips on YouTube of Cabaret on their couch. And I watched it and I go, I think I can do that. And I had originally auditioned for Gail Rankin's role that she then originated with this revival. And it was through those auditions that then I got a call back all those months
Great.
later. So things build on top of each other. A no does lead to a yes later on.
You grew up in Hawaii, very far from Broadway.
Yes.
What was your very first Broadway show? How old were you for that?
Oh, I can tell you, I was 16. I watched, what was that really small show? Hamilton.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Wow.
Got me tickets.
You got them from Lynn. Oh, I guess that's right. You have a real nice Lynn correction.
It's true.
It would be great if you were like, can I have tickets? He's like, I can get you discounted. I can't get you free, but I can get...
Can I tell you, I didn't know that house seats for theater, because
Yeah.
I get house seats. I was like, oh my gosh, everyone can come. Just take my house seats. You still have to pay for those.
You do have to pay. It is
I
a
didn't know
tricky
that.
thing. It's not a comp. It's
I
a
didn't know
house
that.
seat. Yeah.
I offered house seats to a lot of people. I'm not from here.
The journey from where you were to being cast as the role for Moana is really, it's incredible because it's impossible to imagine anybody else now, but it really was, I mean, the odds were not stacked in your favor. You were just sort of one of many people who submitted themselves for this role.
Yeah, I was truly the last girl on the last day of casting. My friends were auditioning. I saw a bunch of people auditioning for Mona on YouTube, and I went, I hope that she doesn't get it. But I also, like, I grew up on the Big Island of Hawaii in Hawaii, Kohala. Like, you have never heard of that town. And I didn't think that it would be me. So my friends and I put together an audition to become the entertainment of a nonprofit group in my concert glee class. And that was how it came together. A casting agent saw that audition, asked, hey, who's that girl in the last row, second from the left? Do you want to audition for Moana? I thought it was a scam. And, like, long story short, it worked out.
Yeah.
But I could have never guessed.
It's amazing. I auditioned for Moana 2, and it was a scam. I did lose it.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
I definitely, and I was like, they were definitely going to use The Rock again. Why did I think they would? I would imagine your small hometown, I can only imagine how proud they are. I mean, are they so happy?
Yeah, my last name has been in that community for a long time. Like Carvalho, I have a very proud history of being of mixed descent. I am Puerto Rican, Portuguese, Chinese, Hawaiian, and Irish coming over for the sugarcane plantations. And, like, my family is that entire town. We've all known each other for a really long time. So, yeah, I'm happy for them too.
Was there like a special screening when the first Moana came out?
We don't have a movie theater.
There you go. There you go. Where was the first time you saw it? Did you see it with people for the first time?
Moana?
Yeah.
Like the first one?
Did you go? Was the first time you saw it at the premiere?
No,
Okay.
I saw it on a little laptop where Moana's, like, hair comes off and, like, she freezes every now and again and just, like, moves through space in a strange way. Like, I saw...
Could you tell, even with the unfinished
No.
animation? Were you like, this might
I was
be bad?
scared. I was so scared. Well, you have to understand, like, this is a culture, the Pacific Island culture, specifically me coming from Hawaii. I am used to seeing my people on screen not always portrayed in the most positive of light. And I was really concerned. I go, please, Mickey Mouse, please, Disney. Like, just make it great. And they really did. And I think that this shows with our sequel as well that people are wanting more of Moana. And you said it as well, to have a young woman who doesn't need a love interest to complete her story, who is going out onto the open ocean to grab a demigod played by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson by the ear and drag him across a journey across the open ocean. Like, that's what people want right now, and I'm really grateful to be a part of that story.
It was a very safe pair of hands. They really took good. What were your Disney movies growing up? What were the ones that you were most connected to?
I loved Mulan.
Yep.
I loved Lilo and Stitch.
You know what?
Big fan.
I am of the age where when Lilo and Stitch came out, I didn't have kids, and it would have been weird if I went to see it. So I just watched it for the first time. Lilo and Stitch is fantastic.
It's great.
It's really great.
And fun fact, that choir, Hawaiian Roller Coaster Ride, that's the school that I graduated from. That's Kamehameha Schools.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I have a couple more questions about the Broadway life.
Okay.
How many nights are friends of yours at the show that you then have to, like, go out and hang out with afterwards?
I don't do that.
Really?
I don't do that.
You just shut it down.
I'm once again, I'm from Hawaii. I don't got a lot of people up here.
Oh, that's true.
It's true.
But you're gonna be, you won't have to be here long to start making New York friends, and then they're gonna be like, hey, we're coming to the show.
I don't want to.
Okay. That's great.
No, I'm really okay.
I think can I just say something? I feel like you're very direct, and that's gonna get you very far. Yeah.
Thank you.
I think it's good.
I appreciate
Because you
that.
said I don't want to in a way that I really believed it, and it also didn't hurt my feelings.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
It's a very exciting time, and it was also you looked wonderful at the Globes. Did you have a good time? You presented.
I had a really good time. Can I tell you my favorite thing? It was I got invited to after parties, the best part of the Golden Globes, by the way. And from behind me, I was leaving one party going to the next, and I heard someone say, what name is the tickets under? And I heard last name Powell, first name Glenn, and I went, that's Glenn Powell. Sorry, that was very cool.
I like that story is you heard somebody say first name Glenn, last name Powell, and you're like, and I immediately knew it was Glenn Powell.
Yes! That was the point. Anyway, thank you for having me.
You're very plugged into Hollywood. It is really cool to meet you in person. Thank you for everything, all the entertainment you've brought to our family, and I just can't wait for the next thing you do and Knock 'em Dead on Broadway. Thanks for being here.
You're